Veliki pozdrav svim gledalcima Arene Sporta. Naša ekipa nalazi se u Obrenovcu. Ovdje ćemo danas imati priliku da upoznamo odbojkašicu tenta Malinu Terel. Pa da ne gubimo vrijeme, idemo da je upoznamo i da čujemo njenu priču.
Ako si pravi igrač, dođi na pravo mesto. Samo u Soccerbetu. Pravi doček za prave igrače. 1000 evra bonusa dobrodošlice. Soccerbet.
Malina, thank you so much for being here. So I'm very happy to having this conversation with you. And first of all, do you know the meaning of your name in Serbia?
Oh, yes, I do. It's raspberry.
How did you discover that?
So I believe, I can't remember what year that was. I was in my second year, I think my second year of university, and we went on a European tour to Slovenia, Czech Republic, and we were in Malaysia as well. And we were out getting gelato. And I was looking at the flavors and I saw Malina and I was like, wait, what does that mean? And they're like, oh, it's a berry, like it's a raspberry. And so I've known for a while. Now a lot of people try to tell me and I'm just like, we need to know.
Yeah, it's cool actually, because Malina is an American name. Is it more an American? No, I don't know the origins of Malina actually is particular. It's very,
it's like... So Malina is Greek.
Yeah.
What I know. And yeah, I've heard Malina in Hawaii a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. I asked my mom, I said, where did you find that name? I don't remember what she said, but she was like, I had no idea it meant raspberry. So, yeah.
It was creative. Mom was creative. We can say this. So, Malina, you know that we will talk about a lot of topics. My very first question is, who is Malina? Who is Malina?
Oh, man. So many layers.
Well, let's start with the first, the most important. So we know, because we're gonna talk about sports. But for me, the most important thing is to get to know you guys. I mean, you're an American girl living in Obrenovac, playing for 10. Like, you travel all around the world. It's been 10 years, right? You've been living in Europe.
This is my 11th season playing professionally.
So basically, from your 20s, you were 21, 22 when you came here?
I graduated university in 22, and the 24th, that was 2014.
Okay.
And then I got my first contract in Denmark, and then I've been growing ever since. And yeah, it's crazy things. My 11th season already. And some people think like, Malina, how? Like, how were your knees holding up?
Yeah.
How was their shoulder holding up? How was your mind holding up? But I don't know, like when you decide that there's a life that you could do, you're still kind of go for it. Yes. For me, it's not just volleyball. I mean, yeah, sure. I play professional volleyball. I've been doing it for a while now, but I'm also a traveler. Well, I love traveling. I'm a foodie. I love eating food. I love the sea. I love traveling to some of the most beautiful seas in the world. And something that is really, really close to my heart now, something that I've really gotten into the last couple of years, is being a philanthropist. Finding ways to give back to communities. Joining an organization that's geared towards that. How do we find a way to let people from all across the globe play volleyball? How do we find ways to give them access, whether it be volleyballs, nets, jerseys? It has become something very passionate for me in the last, I'd say 5 or 6 years now. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about your beginnings, but since you mentioned this last part, I would like to talk about this because, you know, I was doing a research because I said, when I called you for the intro, I was like, okay, let's do the research for Malina. And I found out those pictures when you went to the Philippines and all around the world to help those kids.
Yeah.
tell us more about this, because I need to say this is amazing and it's very honorable and very I appreciate that. So good, Malina, very good.
Definitely. No, I can just to start before I get to the actual organization. When I was playing in Finland, and that was 2016 and 17 seasons, I saw that this guy, he was a volleyball player, Daniel Maciel from Brazil. I saw that he posted with he sent, he was sponsored by Mizuno Europe. And I saw that he sent about 20 pairs of shoes to Tanzania. And I remember commenting like, man, I wish I could do that one day. You know? And he said, well, here's the address, send anything you want at someone. And I believe that same year, there's a really, really nice guy, Geoffrey. He's living in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And he emailed me. It was like, hey, Malina, I saw your comment. I think it's really beautiful that you want to send to us. It would be great if you could send anything you have, but just the fact that you thought about it, it really stands out. So I messaged him back. I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I want to try and see what I could do. And he was shocked that I responded to him as if it's like, of course I'm going to respond to him. I'm only mean just like you, you know? So that year I worked to get 6 volleyball nets donated from, I was texting coaches throughout the league, Men's League, Women's League, asking for volleyball nets, any shoes, balls, anything. And I was like, I'm going to send everything to Tanzania from the north of Finland.
Wow, wow.
So it was the Finnish Cup finals, Final Four. And that was men's division and women's division there. And so, yeah, a couple of the teams agreed to give you nets. So I ended up with 6 volleyball nets. I think maybe 11 pairs of volleyball shoes and volleyballs. And then I got shirts made, like, line up or redeem, just to give them something from me, you know. I believe how much was that shipment? I can't remember, but I couldn't pay for it. I was like, I reached out to my old mentors, old coaches. I asked them if they wouldn't mind donating to this cause. I did a little private GoFundMe, and I was able to cover the shipping costs. And I sent everything down to Tanzania. Jeffrey dispersed it to different organizations, different schools, different teams down there. And so, yeah, I was in contact with them, basically trying to manifest when I would go down there and meet everybody.
Okay.
So fast forward to my season in Greece a couple of years ago. That was 2022. And really, anyway, my agent sent me a message about this organization that was going to be doing volleyball camps in Greece, Camp Moria, which is a refugee camp. Okay. So I reached out to the organization and we had a phone call. And the founder of this organization, Leslie DeJong, a good friend of mine, he's one of my best friends now. He asked me, so why do you want to be a part of this? Like, what makes you fit to join us in our organization? So I told him his story. I said 5 years ago, I sent all these things down to Tanzania. It's in my heart to give. So you ask, who is Malina, right? No, I'm a giver. That's one qualities that I have. And I believe it's my duty to give back to the sport that has given me so much. And so I told him all these things, and he said, Malina, like, you're the perfect person to be a part of this. And guess what? We're going to Tanzania this summer.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. And so he was connected to this same people that I sent all of those things to. And so I got to meet all of those people. I got to meet Jeffrey. I got to meet David with Play Positive. And imagine we go to Tanzania that year. And imagine a young boy comes up to me and goes, you're Malina, like, I still have the shoes you sent me 5 years ago. Like, that's such a fulfilling moment, you know, because it's all here. When we think about athletes, professional athletes, we get new pairs of shoes every year. Sometimes we have 2 pairs of shoes and also practice while we're training. And this kid kept that same pair of shoes 5 years because that's all he was able to have. So becoming a part of this organization gave me such a deeper meaning for what my purpose is, which isn't just to be on a volleyball player. It's just to be a volleyball player. Volleyball is just a vehicle. It's not the destination. It's not the purpose. It's not even the call. It's just the vehicle to carry out all of the things that I can give to the world, which is my kindness, my generosity, love, maybe.
And then that's amazing. But wait, just another question. After that, let's talk about the beginnings, about but after the volleyball career, are you thinking about remaining in this field, like doing volunteering and doing something like this, or you think about another career? So
20%. Alright. So I'm an ambassador now. Like I'm in a lot of the videos that we're doing, the YouTube channels, the monthly updates, all of our trips. The trips I've been on so far was Lesbos, Greece, Tanzania. We were in. I was in Zanzibar, Mwanza, and Moshi, Kilimanjaro, Arusha. Where else did we go? I went to Bali. I was in Indonesia for a little bit, and then we were in the Philippines this last summer. Great. That was where we did the big filmmaking. So definitely something I want to do more and be a part of after I'm done. But also, I did something special this summer in my own hometown. So now I want to also build and have some things going on where I'm from, which is Richmond, California, because there's not really much going on there volleyball-wise. I mean, we have a lot of professional athletes that are in Richmond, but it was brought to my attention that not a lot of us have come back.
Okay.
So
when I try to help, but like to
I had my first an annual MT volley clinic.
Okay.
The Richmond POW organization back at home, and it was a success. And I'm hoping the goal is to go back home every year and host a volleyball clinic where these kids can come.
I feel from your words that you're an amazing person, and it's amazing what you want to do to help those kids. But we talk about your project, but let's go a little bit back and talk about how everything started with volleyball. Why you wanted to be a volleyball player, how everything started. So that's the question now.
I mean, I was an active kid all around. I mean, I'm really happy that my parents didn't over-specialize in one sport. I was playing baseball. My father was actually a really good baseball player. I was doing gymnastics, tap dance, a little bit of everything. You wanted to try everything. We wanted to try. I'd be doing everything because she saw how active I was. And then I discovered basketball in third grade, which I absolutely loved. My sister was coaching me at some point. My sister was one heck of an athlete. She played rugby at the university.
Wow.
My sister's strong. She played badminton.
Rugby is very strong. Actually, for women, it's not easy. It's very it's heavy.
Imagine me, but like rugby player. Rugby player, like bigger, like really like. So my sister, she's 11 years older than me.
Okay.
So I was like the baby, and she's the oldest.
Okay.
So she was coaching me, and then the next year, in the 4th grade, volleyball was offered to elementary school. It's a little bit different here in Europe versus in the States. In the States, you play for your school. You also have the option to play club, but it's different. Here, you have the clubs that are funneling in the young players into the pro teams. They're starting to do that in the USA now with these new leagues, but we didn't have that growing.
Do you think it's better? Which one is better?
It's different because, I mean, just for example, like my youngest teammate here in the Red Bucks, she just turned 16 yesterday. Whereas back at home, you play for a club, you play with your age group.
Yeah.
You don't play unless you're really good. Maybe you could play up with the age.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I started playing volleyball in the 4th grade. My sister was the coach. My brother was the coach because my brother was also really good at volleyball. My brother's
the tall one. You said before the tall one. You were talking before. Okay.
How many siblings?
How many?
There's 6 of them.
Oh wow. 6 in whole. Wow.
6 siblings. So yeah, my sister and my brother were coaching me volleyball. So I was doing basketball and volleyball. And then at around 14 years old, which is the 8th grade, 13, which is 8th grade, we had a big volleyball game against one other school. And all of those girls on that team were playing club. Their parents were paying for them to play club. And so I can't remember if we won that game, but we had a really good game. And so parents approached mine and were like, hey, why haven't we seen this girl anywhere? Or like, well, what do you mean? Like, do you have her playing for a club or anything? And they're like, no, like she's just playing for her school. Because we didn't know that club volleyball existed.
Okay.
We didn't know that you could pay for your kid to play at the club level where they play at these tournaments and get possible interest from big time Division I schools and universities. to play college ball. I mean, my father played baseball at college, but they didn't know much about volleyball. And so I got invited to 2 different tryouts for 2 different teams for the 14 age group team. And I made both of them. And I think that's when my parents discovered, like, oh, shoot, she could play. And maybe she doesn't have to, maybe we don't need to pay for her education.
Okay.
So little by little, I started playing for this club called Golden Bear out of Berkeley, California. And I had to choose really between volleyball and basketball, because I know you're in basketball. Basketball was my first love. And if it wasn't volleyball, it was going to be basketball. If I learned to my father, I'm going to be
basketball. Okay.
He says that if I had mastered the pump fake there, but I chose volleyball to be the main sport that I was really going to focus on and get myself ready for. And then, so I received a full scholarship offer from the University of San Francisco.
Okay.
It's close to home.
Yeah.
5 minutes with traffic, maybe an hour.
Traffic is another thing. Yeah, don't matter.
But it was nice because my parents were like, to have your parents at every game, is a privilege. And I don't take that for granted for one bit. They were there through it all. They invested a lot. And they got rewarded by not having to pay $50,000 for me to go to a university and receive an education, receive a degree, but also to play and get ready for what I didn't know was to come, was a professional career.
Počelo je Soccerbet Grand Prix veći od 120 miliona dinara. Svako ko uđe dobija. Tiša jackpotova na svakih 5 minuta. Otključaj slovo i uzmi milion. Dnevne trke i misteri pokloni koji padaju non stop. Grand Prix svima daje. Soccerbet za sve. Grand Prix za svi.
I wanted to talk about your career, but I think it's better to focus on Serbia. And first, tell me, what's your first connection with Serbia? I don't lie because I know the truth.
Because I'm thinking like that's my first encounter. Serbia.
So basically your agent, okay.
My agent, and coming here, using this place as a destination to train for my seasons elsewhere. But in these recent years, people asking, why are you here now? Last season I was playing for Železničar like butts. How I got that job, I came and practiced with them during the spring. And after that, the coach was like, do you want to play for us next season? And so everything kind of agreed with, what I was looking for. And so, I ended up playing for that team. And unfortunately, like for me, the season got cut a little bit short because in January, I had to have a hernia repair surgery in January. So I was out for about 2.5 months, which really sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody, I've never been cut open, never had any, I've had injuries, but not something that really disrupted the middle of the season.
No.
And so I had to come back and get stronger. And, we didn't finish the season how we wanted to. We lost in the semifinals to OK Tent of Renault. And so that was really tough because I didn't really get to finish out how I wanted to. I really had high hopes to help the team to make it to the finals and to possibly win the league. Like, that's what I saw for our team. So then I found out that the coach here, I know Brandon was interested in me for this season. So we kind of speak about it, and I can rewind back a little bit. In March, I met my partner, now my fiance, Milos. And so us being together and really falling in love and that really being somebody that I see myself having a forever life with. I mean, get married, having kids, building a beautiful life together. And then the team in Obrenovac is interesting. Because I didn't think I didn't think that I was going to come back in Serbia.
Okay.
And after meeting him, and then, I brought my whole zoo and moved in with him. My zoo leading my 2 cats and dog that I rescued off the street. And I basically moved in with him in April. And then, I practiced a little bit here in Obrenovac, and the coach. In the end, the manager and the coach, we were able to come up to an agreement. And then, I signed in Obrenovac. And it's nice because we're doing some great things here with this team. We're playing in Champions League. We just won the first Super Cup in history of the club. First time playing in Champions League for the club. So we're going for it. We haven't done anything yet, really. We have a lot of work to do, but we're working hard. We have a young, talented team, and we're hungry. And one of the older players. So with my life experience, playing experience, I'm doing all I can to be a part of something special, not just for the club, but for the whole city of Oberhaupt. We just have to keep our feet on the ground and to keep working, because it's not over till it's over. It's not over until April. So we have a lot of work to do, a lot of things to figure out, and we just keep learning, and that's it. The rest will come. You know, what you will get out of it, what you put into it.
Malina, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have this conversation with you. I wish you a lot of luck out there. And, you know, to wrap up this TV show, would you like to send a message to the fans? You have this camera here behind me. So if you want to send a message, this is a surprise, a short message. You can do it in Serbian if you want.
No, I just, no, just kidding. Honest, just, I have to say, just to any of the Serbian people that I have come across, thank you for your hospitality. You guys have been great towards me with open arms, and any of you guys watching volleyball, make sure you follow us. We're doing everything we can to have a successful season, and just thank you, Serbian people, for being you. I love you guys.
Thank you, Malina. Thank you. It's great. This is the end, the best end. Thank you.